Hello, welcome to my presentation on the LDS community. I am a member of the community and have been my whole life. On the screen is a picture of one of the temples in the church. The first topic I will be covering is the characteristics of the church. The LDS community is unique and has many interesting characteristics. Something that makes this community unique is the fact that the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints sends out 18 to 26-year-olds to preach the gospel. They are called missionaries and spend 2 years of their life serving. During these 2 years, these missionaries don't see their family, cannot use entertainment, and are constantly studying and sharing the gospel. As of now, there are currently 65,137 male and female missionaries. Another unique characteristic is that the church is the word of wisdom. In 1833, Joseph Smith received revelation to enforce a law to refrain from harmful substances explained on the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints website. The word of wisdom in detail is a law that helps God's children remain good health and not consume any of the substances that could lead to disease or death. In the word of wisdom, God's children are commanded to not consume alcohol, tobacco, nicotine, marijuana, hard drugs, coffee, and tea. Obeying these commandments can benefit your health. Avoiding tobacco and alcohol can reduce your risk of cancer. Overall, avoiding these substances can reduce any kind of bad health. The next thing I wanted to cover is issues in the community. A big issue in the community is temptations. Alcohol and drugs are everywhere. I remember a time when I went to a party with friends. This was a college party up in Phoenix. It was one of those parties to get the school year kicked off. At the party, there was a table with alcohol and weed. It was in the center of the house which we were in. I could not believe that these were there. I'm a naive kid and never got into any of these things. They went present and so easy to get a hold of. At moments, I had the idea of this would be so easy to do, and it would be only once. I did not end up using any of these substances. All of my other friends did, and it was really funny to see how they react to drinking. My favorite part of coming to these parties was seeing how people act when they're not sober. I am happy I didn't take any because I will be blessed for it. The struggle is real. Of course, at times I want to be like others and have fun, but that is not who I am. And it's also a great health choice. Moving on, written artifacts are huge in our community. A written artifact that we use a lot in our community is the Book of Mormon. Many don't know what it is, so I found a video that best describes it.
The Book of Mormon. What is it, and why do members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints care so much about it? Mormons, properly referred to as Latter-day Saints, members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, read and revere the Bible as all Christians do. But they read and believe in an additional book called the Book of Mormon, another testament of Jesus Christ. For them, it's not a replacement for the Bible. It's not a substitute. It's a companion. Just as the Bible is Scripture, the Book of Mormon is also Scripture. Let's talk a little about what Scriptures are and how they come about. The word Scripture means sacred or religious writings. Scriptures are written by God's spokesmen, called prophets, His representatives. Although God often teaches and communicates with His children individually, something Latter-day Saints call personal revelation, when God interacts with or teaches His children as a people, His prophets record those events and teachings for the benefit of all. The Holy Bible is one example of Scripture. It is an account of God's interactions and teachings with the people in and around the Eastern Mediterranean region before, during, and after the ministry of Jesus Christ. It is a collection of writings, both spiritual and historical, written by prophets. In the Holy Bible, there are miraculous stories of faith, sacrifice, trial, and love.
Another piece of written artifacts we use in the church runs through General Conference. Elder Gary Stevenson gave some advice on resisting temptation, as if we have a playbook to know when things are wrong. And he explains, as you confront various moral temptations, whether in the company of others or when you are alone staring at a screen, you know your game plan. If a friend suggests you drink alcohol or try drugs, you know the play. You have practiced and know how to react in advance. So what? Temptation has interfered with the lives of college students who are members of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints. The church emphasizes a lot about staying away from temptation and peer pressure. The church constantly reminds its members to stay worthy and clean. They have been teaching this since the start of this community. The fact that we are a vulnerable community creates an atmosphere of sharing feelings and not being afraid to confess our weaknesses. With this, we can strive for a better community and be as one. No one is perfect, and this community knows that. To close, college students from the church should not be concerned about this. They are at a young age still figuring things out and still finding out who they are. People have their own right to make their own decisions. The best part about all of this is that God will always invite anyone back to His church. That is what the church believes, and temptation is just a natural thing that members just try to stay away from. Everyone just has to try their best and make good decisions.